You kind of seemed all over the place in the second half. Did you feel like there was a spark there to be had after the game was tied at half?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we going into halftime, we knew we didn't play our best half. The coaches knew that too, and they got on us a little bit, especially about our effort. Our shots probably weren't falling as well as we would have liked, but at the end of the day, you still got to compete, you still got to guard, you still got to rebound, still got to do all those other things. And they felt, and we felt, like we weren't doing that to our standard. And so they challenged us, and we were able to respond.
You guys have a 5-game win streak on the road in the Big Ten. It's hard to have your best game every half on the road. So just how have you guys been able to pull that off?
Yeah, I think it just goes to being, locked in and having energy every game. Like I said earlier, I don't think we had that in the first half. But fortunately, we were able to get it turned around, and we were able to respond in the second half.
This seemed like a game where there was an advantage to be had underneath, especially if you guys knew that Freeman was going to be out and that was you and Trey had to win up there tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Going into it, we knew that a lot of times, they don't necessarily like to double in the post. They like to keep it one-on-one. With Freeman out, we weren't sure exactly what they were going to do. But once we realized that, they were kind of maybe double big to big here, maybe get a ball side screen from a guard this time, maybe just play it one-on-one this other time. We wanted to throw it into TK for sure, and we trust him to make that read, and he did that time and time again.
You have 9 straight games, I think, now with at least 1 steal. I think 17 steals over the 9 games. Is it just obviously more playing time helps, but is it just more active hands or being alert and getting in passing lanes?
Yeah, I think obviously I think it's a little bit of both. That's something that I feel like I bring a lot of value to the team with. Just being active on the defensive end, I think my length can help bother a lot of guys. So I think I've definitely tried to be more assertive and be more aggressive defensively, and kind of look for those opportunities and look for those steals when they're there.
In situations like that second half where you're just trading baskets, as a player, are you conscious of the score, or are you just trying to keep scoring?
No, I mean you always got to be conscious of the score, just to know what's going on. But yeah, it did feel like it was just bang, 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 bang a little bit. But regardless, our goal is to score and then get stops. We don't necessarily like going score. We want to score and get those stops, and at the end we were able to do it. But there's a little period there, yeah.
How did you guys prepare defensively, knowing this would be their first game without Freeman, knowing they'd be small, knowing they'd shoot a ton of threes, knowing they'd be trying to get out in transition? What were kind of the points of emphasis coming into this?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously to stay with their shooters, which it was tough because we let them get hot in the first half, and then in the second half, even though I'd like to say we played better defense. At that point, the rim may seem 10 feet wide to them, so you make it pretty difficult on yourself. But just doing that, guarding their actions, and just sticking with the rules. That's always kind of been our emphasis. That no matter what those teams do, we still stick to our rules, and our rules still apply. So if that's switching 1 through 4. Switching between the 4 and the 5. If it's a guard and 5 ball screen, don't switch, go to that drop. Just sticking to our rules and communicate everything.
How big was the scoring balance? Obviously, what Trey and Braden did with 50-something points between them, but then you get 10 from you, 9 from CJ, 9 from Fletcher, and then I thought Cam and Jakari hit huge threes in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, it helps tremendously. We rely on Trey and we rely on Brandon for a lot of scoring. And so obviously, us other guys, we want to help them out, any way we can. Just to ease the pressure off them, to make it a little bit easier on them. So when we can do that, they can each get, however many Brandon had 30, I think Trey had 20.
25?
Yeah, 25. So when we can have them score like that and do that kind of with us other guys, I think, it puts us in a pretty good position to win.